Colleen, I guess I can't help it. I need to ask you about some of the shadier stuff.
Right.
What are some of the shadier things that spouses do?
So we've talked about practical things that are really common about having separate bank accounts or having one spouse be in charge of the financial payments while the other spouse is the breadwinner. But you also do come across situations where the spouses have maybe a side business that the wife doesn't know about or the other party doesn't know about, and so they've got some cash coming in and they just sort of keep that off to the side and the other party has no idea that there's that additional income. There's, the infamous offshore accounts that we all hear about and see in the movies, and those actually do exist in real life as well. Opening secret credit cards, I think you addressed that in your opening statement, and that is something that's very common and on the rise. And then also another common one is parties who receive bonuses. So it's not their standard paycheck that they have coming into the joint account that their spouse is used to seeing, and they get bonuses and don't have them deposited into that joint checking account and just kind of keep it to the side.
The old bonus trick, huh?
Yes.
Let's go into some shocking little factoids. I know you got a bunch of them here, so what are those?
Yeah, let's see. So one of the things that I found in doing some research for this show is that there were results from a national survey that found 1 in 5 married couples have spent over $500 per year without their partner's knowledge. So 1 in 5.
I'm going to stop you right there. That's $500. I mean, I don't tell my wife every time I go buy something, right? And I'm sure she doesn't tell me. If a kitchen appliance cost $120, she's not going to tell me. If she went shopping and spent $300, she's just not going to tell me. 500 is not that much. At what point do you create more issues with that?
Well, I think 500 was an example of an average, and for some people, 500 could be a lot.
True.
I mean, it could be a matter of them ending up in debt at the end of each month. True. With that extra 500 being spent. And it could be for someone who makes more money, it's actually 5,000 that's being spent that they don't know about. So I think this was just kind of an example, and what we should take from it really is that 1 in 5 married couples are spending money their spouse doesn't know about each year.
Yeah. Okay.
And let's see, so our next little juicy tidbit is secret spending and hiding money is 50% more common among men, but times have changed and women are now more independent with their finances than ever before. So secret spending and hiding money is on the rise with women. Part of this article, actually the source of it, was quoted as saying younger women are a little bit more independent and think differently these days. They think more, in my opinion, of themselves as a separate entity from their partner, which is interesting because that's not traditional at all.
Sure. So let me ask you, in your practice, do you have a particular age group that dominates over the others?
I guess I would probably say 40s and 50s. Probably at least 60% of my clients are in the age range of 40 through 50. And
how long would you say those people on the average have been married before the divorce?
Anywhere from 8 to 30 years. And some of them, that are in their 50s, maybe this is even their second marriage.
For the couples that have been married for, let's call it 18, 20 plus years, is it typically the man or the woman that wants to divorce at that point?
It really varies, but just after the holidays, these holidays, it's been women that are filing.
And would you say that's typically because they're hanging around until the kids are done, or self-sufficient, or they don't think it's going to bother them as much, and then they finally call it at that point?
I used to see a lot more of that, a lot of people just staying together for the sake of the kids and waiting until they went off to college, but I think that that's becoming less and less the case because there's more and more studies that are being released that show that that actually has a negative impact on the children to stay married and be in an unhealthy marriage rather than, divorcing when you feel like the time's right instead of waiting for the kids to be grown. So I think there's a decline in that train of thought.